All right, we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Sue, and I'm going to teach the Pilates class tonight. We're going to do a little bit more of a classical style, and I'm not sure what you guys have been doing, so I thought we'd start off with the foundation movements, and then we can build from there each week. A lot of times when we think of foundation or basic, that they're easy, and we're past that if we've done it before, but in Pilates, everything comes from the foundation. So if our foundation isn't strong, none of the other exercises are going to be strong either. So as we become stronger and more advanced in Pilates, when we go back to the foundation exercises, all of a sudden they're a lot harder than when we first started because we actually understand how to do them a little bit better. If there's anything that's not feeling good for you tonight, you can go back to a different exercise, or I'm going to try to give you a lot of different options. So do whatever works best for you. And I always invite you to put your screen on, and I can look and give a little bit better cues when I have things to correct. But luckily, I have lots of things myself to correct, so I'll kind of give cues off of what I know I always need. So let's go again, get started. You're going to sit on your mat, and we want a little bit thicker mat. If you have like a hard floor, if you have just a yoga mat, you might want to put a towel under it next time, or we can just skip some of the rolling tonight. But if you have carpet, usually a yoga mat with carpet is fine. You're going to have your legs squeeze as much as you can, get them together. Your feet are together, and hands will be behind your thighs. And I just want you to lift up out of those hips. This isn't a comfortable position for you. You can always sit on a pillow, roll up a towel, or if you have a yoga block, and that will lift your hips up and make it a little bit more comfortable. Open that chest up. So we want to open as wide as we can. A lot of times I think about a metal pole going through my shoulders, so I can't round. I have to keep that pole nice and open. And then lengthen that back of the neck as much as you can. Almost like someone's picking you up by your hair and dangling you. And then we're going to roll that pelvis underneath you. So I don't want to lean. I'm trying to get that pelvis to roll. And you'll feel this lower back really open up. And this is something you can do during the day too if you're sitting a lot. Just go ahead and roll that pelvis a little bit and then come up nice and tall. And it's a lot of the lower abs that have to do that movement. And you should feel those glutes kicking on too. And then come back up. And we'll just do it a couple more times. And one more. Good. And then come back up. So we're on our sit bones. You might hear that a lot. And we want to kind of squeeze them to get up taller. It's like you have a really hot seat and you don't want to be on it. So you're lifting up as high as you can. We're going to roll that pelvis under. And now I'm going to have you keep rolling it down. So again, I'm not leaning. I'm rolling, starting down in here, trying to get that lower back to touch the ground first. And when you look at yourself, you can see it's like a capital C shape. I'm not rounding in that upper back. It's more lengthening up through that neck and getting that tailbone to curl under. And your abs should be all engaged now. And then you're going to roll it back up. Good. And then go ahead and roll it back down. Scooping it more, trying to get more of this lower back. And then just go ahead and float those arms up. Open that chest nice and big and slide the armpits down your sides. And then hands go back and then come back up. You should start feeling that lower back being really nice and open now. Roll it under again. Try to roll more. Open that chest more. Float those arms. We're going to lift them up and then press them down. Trying to pull that belly back more. Up and down. Up. Down. Two more. Hands go behind those legs and then roll it back up nice and tall. Good. Inhale up and then scoop, roll it down. So you usually want to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth when we're doing that Pilates exercises. Open that chest a little more. This time we're going to do little circles, opening at that chest. Lift it up and open. Anyone else's stomach shaking? Mine is a little bit. And then reverse it. Good. Hands behind those legs and roll it back up. I'm going to just move a little bit more forward. We're going to roll all the way down to the mat this time. So still scoop in that pelvis, take it all the way down. Arms are pressed down by your sides. Your feet can go right in line with those sit bones, and the feet will be flat on the ground. Now I'm trying to open my chest up as much as I can without rounding. And then the other thing here, a lot of times when we pull the shoulders back, we start popping the ribs. I'm going to have you pull those ribs down. Next time I won't wear black because it's really hard to tell in black. And keep pulling those shoulders back, keep pressing those ribs down. And then I'm going to have you make a little diamond with your fingers. So thumbs together, fingertips together. Thumbs will go on your belly button and your fingers will go down that pelvis. So ideally, when you curl up and look, your thumb and fingers are at that same level. We might have a little bit of a space in that lower back. This is what's considered a neutral pelvis. A lot of times people are trying to push that lower back, but you can see what that does. It puts me into a pelvic tilt, and now my fingers, I curl up, my fingers are higher than my thumb, and I'm tucking that pelvis, and we don't want to be doing that. We want to keep that neutral pelvis. That way we can pull in the very low lower abs and use them. A lot of times people think they're going to hurt their back if their lower back's not into the mat. If we're working in our range of motion, it's not going to go into our back. If we're trying to go too low with our legs, then it will go into our back, but we're not doing the exercise correctly anyway. So find that neutral pelvis. We can do this movement a few times and go all the way the other direction where your thumbs are higher than your fingers and you feel a really big arch there, and that doesn't feel good at all. So we never want to be there. So just go find that neutral pelvis. I'm a tucker, so I'm always tucking. I always have to think about, okay, get my neutral pelvis for this exercise, because tucking usually makes it easier. And with Pilates, if it's easy, it's probably not Pilates. You're probably cheating. So find that neutral position, open that chest, pull that belly in and up, activate these glutes, and you're just gonna lift that right leg up. I'm trying to lift it with my glute and not with my quad. And then set it down, and your abdominals, pull that belly in and up, left leg lifts up. And all of a sudden our legs are so much heavier than whatever you thought. Right leg is back up. And again, really focus on using the glute and your abdominals to lift that leg up. If you're not feeling anything, you keep at it, and you're going to learn how to activate the correct muscles. It's definitely not something that's an overnight thing with Pilates. It takes years and years and years to come close to mastering. No one masters the exercises. Good, bring that right leg up. You're gonna hold it up. Now you have to scoop even more. Watch that pelvis so you're not gonna scoop and tilt it. Pull the belly in and up, and then bring that left leg up. Right leg pulls down, left leg down. Pull that left leg up. Right leg comes up, right leg down, left leg down. One more each. Keep opening those shoulders, and then left leg up, right leg up, left leg down, right leg down. Good, pull those knees into your chest for a second and just roll side to side. Right in the middle, take your knees down away from you, and you're just gonna open it like you're stirring some soup with both knees. Try to open those hips up a little bit, and then reverse that direction. Good, put those feet back down. This time I'm gonna bring them all the way together, squeeze those knees together, arms pressed down, reach that right leg all the way out. I'm slightly rotating that knee out to the side so this hip can stay nice and long. A lot of times when we bring it straight up, you can see how this kind of shortened. When I rotate it out, that hip really stretches long. Scoop that belly in and up. We're gonna slide it down to our calf. Reach that leg longer to slide it down more. Noticing my pelvis is staying neutral. Bring it back up, and then back up to the knee. One more time, reach that leg longer to slide it down. Longer down to that ankle. Back up, and then back up to the knee. Good, bend that leg. Left leg extends out, rotate it out. Reach that hip away. slide it down to that calf, down to the ankle, back to your calf, and up to your knee. Good, reach it down. And then bend it in. Bring one knee up at your chest. Remember how we're pulling it up with our glutes and abs? Heels are gonna squeeze together now, and toes try to make them relax. We're gonna lift that head up, reach those arms nice and long, and we're gonna start to pump the arms here for the 100. So nice big pumps. Now look at that pelvis. Are you at that tilt? So make sure it's nice and neutral. If your neck gets tired, just go ahead and lower that head down. So I'm not trying to get my chin to my chest. I'm trying to lengthen out of that back of that neck. So I feel that two-way stretch. And keep breathing in for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could take those legs up. Heels are squeezed together and we're wrapping around. So if I was there, I would try to take my finger between your heels. Would I be able to get them through? If you're wrapping in here, I would get stuck. Good, 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Good, pull it in. Rest that head down, and you can just release that head side to side. Bring those feet back down. Hands reach behind those thighs. Bring that chin to your chest, and take your feet out a little bit further so it's a little easier. And we're going to try to peel up one bone at a time. So I'm not just trying to get up. I'm trying to lengthen and peel up, keeping as much space in here as I can. Lengthen those legs up and round it forward. So reach those arms nice and wide and pretend like you have a hook around your waist and it's going to pull you back to roll it back down. Feet are in Pilates stance, so heels are together. Toes pull back towards you and start to peel it up again. Now remember that rod through our shoulders. We want to keep that chest open, so not rounding. And then press it all the way forward. And here, I'm not collapsing forward. I want to keep this lifted and we round it forward. Roll it back down. Just like we did at the very beginning, get that pelvis underneath you. We're not leaning, we're rolling, trying to touch one bone at a time. I'm going to make this one a little bit harder. If you need your hands, you can always come back to the knees bent. This one, we're going to come up 2 bones. 1, 2, lower it down 1 bone. 2 bones up. 1, 2, down 1. This is where it gets hard. 2 up, down 1, 2 up, down 1, 2, 1. This one, take it all the way up and over. So you probably felt where your back is the tightest. It's your tight spot. And that's where we really want to work on. Usually it's right around here. Pull those hip bones up as much as you can and lower it back down. Just 1 more of these. Inhale. And then exhale. Rolling it forward. And then pull. Roll it back down. Good. Bring that right knee into your chest. Left leg is flexed and pressed into that mat. So the idea is you don't want to see daylight go underneath that leg. You're trying to get it as flat as you can. This right leg, we're just going to pull it in for a stretch for a second. And then keep that leg as close to your body as you can and extend that leg up as much as you can until it starts to shake like this. And then bring it back down. And then take it back up. Stretch it. Good. Bring it back up to that 90. Rotate this knee out to that side. Find where this hip is nice and long. Arms pressed down by your sides again. We're taking it across your body, down and around, and then that belly lifts and pulls it up. I pretend I have 2 pulls through my hip bones, so nothing gets to move except this leg. It's like it's hanging out of the socket. 2 more this way. And reverse it, take it down, down around, and lift it up. Good, last 2. And then pull that knee in again, Extend that leg long, flex that right leg, pressing it into the mat. Left leg pulls all the way in towards you. And straighten that leg up. One side's usually tighter than the other. Bend it in again. And reach it up. Arms pressed down, knee rotates out. Find that long waist. Take it across, down, around, and belly lifts it up. And the accent is on the way up. Last two. And reverse it. And trying to make everything as clean as you can. Focus on what's working. And that's where it becomes really challenging. Pull that knee in. Reach it long. One nice roll up. Rolling up with control. And we'll do rolling like a ball. So heels come together. Toes are apart. Hands can go behind your thighs. And you want to lift your feet up and find that balance. You can reach and grab those ankles if you want. Wherever you feel that you're going to have the best balance. So I'm not in this round position in here. I like to pretend like someone's grabbing me by my armpits and stretching all of this up. I want to stay lifted. So it's a big capital C. So it's just the bend at the top and then that tailbone underneath. Pull those heels as close to your bottom as you can. We're trying to get our head between our knees without dropping in that position. We're just going to go back 1 inch. And that belly is going to pick you back up. It seems so easy, but it's not. Take it back and then lift up. So I'm trying not to drop down when I go back. Keep lifted. You can stay here because this is very challenging. If you want to that full roll, take it back to the tips of the shoulder blades and scoop, bring it back up. Exhale. Inhale back. And we'll just do 3 more. And notice when I go back, my heels stay as close to my bottom as they are on top. Later on, we'll do lots of challenging things to test this and then hold it up. Good, right hand stays on that right ankle. Left hand comes on your right knee, and you're gonna lower down to those tips of those shoulders. So my knee, foot, and my other foot, they're all the same plate. It's like they're sitting on a tabletop. I'm gonna pull this leg in, and this leg's gonna reach as far away from me as I can, scooping and rolling up a little higher. And then I'm gonna twist and lengthen and go nice and long. So this is single leg stretch. Two more each. And lower it down. And release that neck. And then come back up. So this is one of the ones I like to cheat and tuck that tailbone. So I'm coming up. I only got to bring my knees in as far as that tailbone stays down. When I come all the way here, that tailbone starts to raise. So this is as close as I can get. Heels are still together. Arms and legs reach out. Open those arms and pull it back in. Inhale. And then exhale. 3 more. And last one. You can rest that head if you need it down and bring it all the way down. Legs are gonna go straight up to that 90. I'm gonna walk my hands up this right leg and I'm gonna pull this leg in. I only get to pull it in as far as this tailbone can stay down. This leg only gets to go down as far as this leg comes towards me. So that doesn't get to go down there unless this leg is way over here, which I can't do. So we're gonna stay here for myself. Pull, pull, and then we'll switch. Pull, 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 pull. Now watch this hip too. This knee is turned out, so this isn't getting shorter. Because if I brought it in, I could bring it a lot higher, but all this is closing on me. And that's where I talk about, we think some of these exercises are easy, because we tend to cheat a little bit. 1 more each. And then rest down and release that head side to side. So we're gonna do the double leg lower lift. I'm gonna have you make that triangle again. And I'm gonna have you do it this way today, just so we can kind of see if we are a tilter. And it helps me not to cheat. So this is actually harder than the other way because I cheat the other way. Heels that go up. Now, where my pelvis is sitting, there should be equal pressure on my fingers and on my thumbs. Squeeze those heels together. Knees rotate out a little bit. We're gonna lower it down. You only get down as low as you still have weight on your thumbs. Reach those legs further away and pull it back up. So I can go all the way here. It's not my abs anymore because none of the weight was on my thumbs. To really keep it in my abs, I got to keep pulling those hip bones up and then bring it back up. And you'll feel when you aren't using your abs anymore. And that's just going to hurt your back. Good. 2 more times. Take it down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it out. Bring it up for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Down. Reach it long and back up. And then bend those knees in. Bring those hands out and roll side to side. So take those legs back up. I'll have you have your hands behind your head. We'll curl it up and we'll do one the normal way. And now pretend your hands are still under your pelvis and feel how it's different now and reach it long to bring it back up. So this always helps me. Now I'm not cheating and I feel it where I'm supposed to. Just one more here. And then rest it back down. The next one is crisscross. Curl up. We're going to twist towards that right knee. Left leg extends out. Same thing. Knee, foot, all in that same plane. I'm not trying to get my elbow here. I want my armpit to get to the knee. Elbow's trying to reach to the ceiling. And then curl up higher to switch. Higher to switch. And switch. One more each side. And bring it back down. Good, go ahead and roll on up. We'll do the spine stretch forward. So feet go the width of your mat. This is one you can sit up on something too if you have tight hamstrings or even a tight lower back. It will help you stretch this out. So this stretch isn't for your hamstrings, it's for your back. Reach those arms out like you're Frankenstein and get up on those sit bones. So we're gonna lift up as high as we can. Again, like someone's lifting us from here. I'm gonna inhale up and then I'm gonna start to peel off an imaginary wall behind me. So my head comes off, the next bone, the next bone, the next bone, all the way back. My hip bones stay down and I'm gonna pretend like this bone directly behind the belly button is attached to that wall. So again, I'm not collapsing down. That's stretching my hamstrings. I'm staying lifted, stretching forward. So this lower back is opening. Inhale, stack it up nice and tall. And then exhale, take it forward. Still trying to open that chest, reach it wide, lift that back up and stack up. And then exhale. And bring it back up. And one more time. And stack it back up. Good, bring those legs together. We're gonna turn onto our side. We'll do a couple side kick series before we run out of time. So reach that arm long. Your body is gonna be at the back of your mat. Your legs will be at the front. You can be up here, but I'm not hanging out up here. I'm lifted off the mat in this position. So this way is a little bit easier. I'm still not relaxing. So this hip bone reaches so far away that you have a space in there here. Everybody's a little bit different, so you might not actually see the space, but you feel the sides working. It's not resting. Lift that top leg to hip height. You're going to rotate that knee out, and then I am a cheater, so I need to use my hand. I reach that leg all the way in front. I'm going to sweep it forward, and then sweep it back, only as far as nothing else is moving. And 2 more. That bottom heel is going to try to stay down as long as with that pinky, and then heel to heel. Reach that leg longer to kick it up And that's as far as I can do it when I'm not cheating. When I'm cheating, I can come all the way up here. But you're going to reach long and use this. And it's so hard. And 2 more. And then circle it. We're going to go 5. Each circle is further away from you. And last 2. And switch to the other direction. Good. Heels come together. You're going to roll onto your belly, hands underneath your forehead, and you're going to scoop your belly button off, like you have a little baby bunny living under your belly. You can't squish it. Reach those legs long, and legs go the width of your mat, in and out, nice and quick for 20. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can just turn to your other side. I'm going to flip over. Other side quick. Reach it long. We know what to do, so now we can just flow through it. Keep that hip down. 1 more. And then heel to heel. Reach it long to lift it up. My much better side. And last one. And circle it. We always have that good side and bad side. And reverse it. Good. Heels come together. And then let's go ahead and sit up. Nice and tall. You can sit whatever is comfortable for you. If you have that block or pad, you can sit on that. Open your chest up. Lengthen that back of the neck so that chin's slightly pulling down. And just keep opening that chest. Look over your right shoulder. Nudge your chin. Roll it all the way to that left side and back to center. Just look over the left shoulder. Nudge your chin and roll to that right side and back to center. And inhale, reach it up nice and tall. Take your shoulders all the way to your ears. Now you're going to turn your palms out. Pull the shoulders down. Keep pulling the shoulders down to lower those arms. And you should feel all those muscles in your back working. Good. Inhale it back up. Open it up. Shoulders pull down. Keep pulling the shoulders down. Lower your arms. And you guys are all done. Thanks for coming tonight. And if you come back each week, we'll find that progression and we'll keep going till we're all at all advanced exercises. If anyone has any questions, I'll stop the recording and I'll stay around for a few minutes.